What did Miketendo get? Well, I'll tell you. That's probably where I should tell you. Picked up a copy of Tetris Plus for the Game Boy. Fantastic soundtrack by Iku Mizutani. Really fun game, actually. It's a nice little spin on Tetris. Picked it up for $4.95. Yeah, $4.95. So it's about what it's worth. Buster Bust Loose. That's right. Super Nintendo. I picked this up for $5 at a local swap meet. I'm okay with that. You know, I've been wanting to pick up this and the Genesis game for a little while now, and found Buster Bust Loose for only $5. So it's a pretty fair price. I got a manual for Battle of Olympus, which is good because I have no idea how to play that game. I'm sure it's the sort of thing where I'll sit down and figure it out, but I figured for $2 I really couldn't go wrong with a manual for it. Now, over the holiday, I was able to take advantage of the Black Friday sale that Square Enix was having, and I picked up two things, one of which is just, it's away. I'm not going to go get it, but it's Theater Rhythm, the Curtain Call Limited Edition, and I got that for $10. They had a special deal. Also picked up The World Ends With You. Now this is sealed, factory sealed, it's brand new, and I got this for $5 on their website. I think it was $5. It was either $5 or $6.50, but either way, phenomenal deal for a game that normally goes well over for like $20 that I've seen in game stores. So I'm pretty excited to play this. I've been wanting to play this one for a while, so cool that I was able to support the company that actually made it. They gave me a great deal, and I was able to get a couple games that I really wanted. This is a twofer for the Master System. Rambo Part 2, First Blood Part 2, which is really just Rambo. I don't remember how many Rambo games there were. This one's not complete. It's the game and the box. It's kind of like a Commando clone, like a top-down shooter. I don't know. It looked cool. I think GameSack reviewed this, or they threw it up on their videos, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to play this. This one I got for about $7. Without a manual, I don't know. I should have paid less, but oh well. I also picked up a copy of Goldelius, and this I've been after for a while. And this is complete, does come with the manual. The game's in great shape, really top-notch condition. And this I also got at a swap meet. This I paid $22 for. Actually, a fan of mine, this guy Ernie, I only had 20 on me. I was like, I really don't want to break another 20. And he hooked me up and he gave me the extra $2, so that was nice of him. So thank you, Ernie, if you're watching, for helping me get Goldelius. Next game picked up is Final Fantasy Dirge of Cerberus, or Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. Funny story, I actually owned this game previously, but it wasn't my copy. It was my buddy Brian's. And Brian took back a bunch of his games a while back that were just sitting in my collection. And so I was like, here, you know, gave him back his stuff. And this is complete. So this I picked up, I can tell you, $9.95. So I don't know, I think that's an okay deal. I need to sit down and play through this one, but yeah, I'm okay with that. Also at the swap meet, I picked up a copy of Saints Row for the Xbox 360. This is complete, and I love me some Saints Row 3 and 4. Those are two of my favorite games for the Xbox, and this one I'm looking forward to playing. I know that it's not as wacky as the other two, or the last two. But this one and the second one I still need to pick up the second one, but this one, I figured I'd start with this one, because I'm really close to beating it on the PS4, for like the third time for the Saints Row 4, so I figured I'd go back and play the first two so that way I could actually understand some of the story, because there's a lot of moments in Saints Row 4 where you're like, who are these characters? Like, what are they talking about? And it's all like stuff that alludes back to the first two games. It's kind of like you know, they kind of like wrap up a bunch of the story arcs and stuff. So yeah, Saints Row, really great series, but I'm looking forward to playing through the first one. This is a game I've been looking for a pretty long time, and I managed to get a pretty good deal on it. Dragon Quest Swords. I did not pay $14.99. That's the GameStop price. I actually picked this up for $7 from a swap meet person, which was really cool. So glad that I was able to get it. It is complete and it's in good condition aside from some stickers on the outside, which I just haven't had the time to peel off. But I'll get around to it, and I'm looking forward to playing that as well. I'm looking forward to playing all this stuff. This is all like stuff that I've been wanting to get for a really long time, so I've recently acquired it, and so I'm looking forward to really sitting down and playing through some of these games eventually. Rise Fantasia. This is a RPG. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it at the time, but you'll see right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a slight tear on the inside. The outside is in good condition. I think it must have like pressed up against the disc. The disc is in okay shape. It needs to be buffed, which I'm surprised I didn't do because I bought it at Game Exchange. I paid $24.95 for this. And it is complete, which I believe this is going for more than that. But this game looked really cool, and I was shocked that I could get it at that price, which is definitely, it's getting to be one of the more expensive JRPGs for the Wii, this one. So I've heard the voice acting is atrocious, but I've heard the game is actually really, really fun. So I'm glad I picked it up. It's a good deal. There's another Wii game, much cheaper. Gunslingers. This one I had heard about. I think it's called like Western Shooter or something like that in Europe. This one I paid $3.95 before tax, and it is complete. It's got the manual and everything. Game's in good condition. This is essentially a light gun game, which is it's Western themed. So think like an on rails like House of the Dead type game, but a Western. Really cool, and it looks like when you look at it, you're like, I don't know. It looks like a budget title, but from the looks of it, it looks pretty cool. So I'm wanting to sit down and play through that one. But I really couldn't go wrong for $4, and I was looking for it, and I finally found it at Game Exchange. So I figured bite the bullet and go for it. All right, here's a copy of Star Ocean 2. This one I picked up with store credit from a bunch of trades at Game Exchange. And I think I paid $3 after the trades, but the game I think they were selling for about $32. Kind of overpriced. The game's in pretty good condition. It needs to be cleaned, but overall it's in good shape. It is complete. It does have the double disc and the back art, front art, the whole 9 yards, the manual and whatnot. This one, I remember renting this at Hollywood Video, and I really enjoyed it. And I never picked it up for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I'm glad I picked it up because now I'll actually have it in my collection. And I can sit down and play it. I've not played the first one or any of the others. This is the only one I've ever played, which is really weird. This is the crowning achievement. This I paid the tax for, Mega Man 5. This finally completes my Mega Man collection on the NES. This was the only one that I was missing. It was in pretty rough shape. It was probably, I mean, there was like yellowing here, there was yellowing here. I managed to clean up all of it. There's still a little bit more yellowing, like right there. You can barely see it. The label's a little beat up. It's like a little slight nick there. Cart was pretty dirty, but I cleaned it up. And I'm just glad to finally complete the collection, in all honesty. Now, as far as the price goes, I'm not a big fan of paying an extremely large amount for games. Obviously, I mean, who's like, yeah, let me pay more? But I picked this up for $100 before tax. and then I think after tax, I think it was like 106 or something like that. I had a $100 gift card that my mom actually got me to my favorite game store, and so I used it and picked it up. So technically I only paid like $6 for it. I was really torn on whether or not I should use the 100 towards a bunch of games, or if I should just like knock off a game from my list that I've been wanting to get for a really long time. And this happened to come into the store, and I mulled it over, and finally I just went for it. So I'm in the end, I'm glad I did. And you know, me and my buddy Scott actually played through it after I picked it up. So we sat down and played through the whole game just to make sure that it works and everything, and it works great. You know, one thing I can say is that it's pretty clear that this is an actual legitimate copy. As far as the insides go, I haven't like opened up the cart itself yet, but you could tell based on the wear of the game that when I got it in the condition that it was in, it was very clear that it was sitting in a basement or in an attic and just collecting dirt and dust. And so, you know, after I cleaned it up and give it a nice little spit polish and everything, it ends up looking like it's in pretty good shape, which I'm happy about. There's some slight discoloration on the label up at the top there. You could probably see it. It's like right there-ish. So there's a little bit of slight discoloration, but it's not enough to make me go, oh, you know, it's terrible. So I'm just really it's not my favorite Mega Man of the 6 on the NES, so I'm just kind of glad just to fill up my collection with it and knock off one of those games that I've been searching for like ever. And the price is only going up and up and up and up. So did I overpay? Yeah, in my opinion, but I didn't pay anything really out of pocket that much. So you know, I'm okay with the price that I paid for it. At the swap meet, I also picked up a guide for Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, which is great because I do collect Castlevania guides. I don't know why. I guess because I'm just such a big fan of the series, and also you know, you get maps and you get like all sorts of cool stuff, posters and stuff usually. So this I got for $5. It retails for $20, but you know, picked it up for $5, so I'm very happy with that price. I'm totally okay with that. Also picked up a loose Zero Suit Samus. Hi. Picked up a loose one for $7, which is a pretty good price. I've been wanting a loose one because I have a complete one. Didn't want to open the box. This is the only amiibo that I have left that I haven't opened the box for. And so I'm going to keep that one sealed, and this one I'm going to keep loose so that I can use it in games and stuff. So I'm finally happy that I finally got a Zero Suit Samus loose. There's an innuendo somewhere. I don't know. Picked up the soundtrack to Valkyrie Profile for $8. I am a big fan of Valkyrie Profile. It's a really fun game. Still have not beaten it yet, but it is really cool, and this is the original soundtrack to the game. And it's good stuff. It's all, you know, really kind of like a lot of it's very chill, laid back type of symphonic music. So, but it's a really great soundtrack, and for $8, I couldn't beat that price. I got it from the same person that I get all my soundtracks from, this guy Jordan, who has just an abundance of really amazing game soundtracks. I picked up Perfect Dark and a huge lot of Castlevania soundtracks, which you guys probably saw in a previous episode. So. Yeah, soundtracks are great. I mean, I don't go nuts with them. I only pick up the ones that I really, really want, and so I'm glad to have this one in my soundtrack collection. And the final item, this is one that I've been looking for a while, and everywhere I've looked and found it for was completely overpriced. But I managed to get a pretty good deal because I tried to find this one in the wild, and I really couldn't find it. Yeah, I had to. This is the Metroid. It's a Metroid. It is a really cool World of Nintendo figure. This thing is heavy. Like, I didn't think it would be this heavy. It's also like, I don't know why they made it so close to the plastic, but like you can feel like it's like bowing out. I don't know, it's weird. But this I got from a friend of mine for $30, which is a really good price. Normally these retail for about $50 online now, so... whoop, and I broke it. No. So this one's staying in the box. Of course, all this Metroid stuff that I get, I always try to keep it in the box in good condition. And this is definitely one that I'm going to continue to keep in the box. And it's just a really nice, you know, little piece that I can put with my Metroid collection. I have a little small Metroid shrine that I have set up, which, well, I can show you now. Let's go. So this is a little tiny Metroid shrine that I have of stuff that these two, of course, I've had. Well, that I've had for a little while. And this I just got, and then I have the Zero Suit Samus statue from First 4 Figures, which is really cool. The base lights up, which is neat. Which I don't know how that. I accidentally turned it on. There we go. And then this is a Joyride Samus figure, which I've had for like ever. And then this World of Nintendo figure. So really cool stuff. It's a neat little Metroid shrine that I have. That's all I got for you guys. Working on videos, so you should see some more soon. As always, thanks for watching, and